Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Indie Film Cafe last haul of the year, which we normally do in December-ish, but we're actually wrapping this show up early. We'll probably be back next year at some point, and I've got my special guest here, John Ward. How you doing, John?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And Paul is a little late. I think he was doing another podcast with a friend of ours, and I told him to come on at 4 or 5, and he has not responded about it. So hopefully you'll be here
We'll
and
just move on with our stuff.
move on. And then we will,
Move on.
yeah, we will give
We were both
him.
here at one.
We were both here at 1/4, and he'll probably be a little. I may do a little separate video just with him if I have to, of him showing off what he got. So he was really excited. But he told me he was going to do 10 Blu-rays. So I'm doing
Oh
10
yeah,
Blu-rays and you're doing five, right?
I'm sticking with how we originally did it. I'm
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why we're mixing it up, but
He's mixing it up at the end because that's all he has, and he doesn't do the Blu-ray Hunter show, with us and everything. So all he has, he just wants to show off everything he's got because he got more Blu-rays, I guess, is
okay,
the
that's
idea.
fine.
So you are gonna do that. I'm gonna do 10. So I'll start and then pass it to John, and then we'll pass it to Paul whenever he gets here.
So do you want to do you do five Blu-ray, I do five Blu-ray, then you do five Blu-ray again to kind of mix it
Sure,
up?
sure.
Yeah.
Let's do that. All right.
Okay.
And then we'll
So
do 10 DVDs, and then John will do 10 DVDs, and I'll do 10 DVDs. And so this will actually take probably a little longer too, just getting all, doing it like this, I think. So awesome. All right. Well, so
pardon me.
I sad that because a lot of these things I wanted to show Paul, but you've seen most of the stuff that I've picked up because I show you it. I don't show Paul. So, but anyway, um, Paul missed out, and here we go. So the first ones are like I have a few 4Ks. I got like four 4Ks and six Blu-rays. So I'm gonna do the four 4Ks and one Blu-ray. Serpico.
I'll pretend I don't know any of these. Oh my god, dude, Serpico, that's such a great movie. It's probably going to look awesome in 4K.
I think that's exactly what you said to me. Are you
Well,
reading
also it
verbatim what you
no, it's also a kind of like a big deal in Saturday Night Fever because I guess Serpico had come out and it was a huge hit, and Al Pacino was a big deal. And in John Travolta's room when he's dancing in his little underwear, there's a big poster of Serpico.
Yeah,
So
Serpico was a big like I even seen in the 80s there were pictures of Serpico, posters of Serpico in rooms and stuff like that too. So it was just a movie that people still love to this day, I think, too. Um, Next one is The Howling on
The
4K.
Howling on 4K,
Uh,
those effects are going to look awesome.
well, speaking of those effects looking awesome on 4K, American
Oh,
Werewolf in London.
it's direct competition.
Yes.
Both of those are great films. I wish that they would remake. I would like to remake The Howling, but do it for the book. I'd like to do the trilogy of books, which
Yeah.
really don't have a lot to do with the movies.
All right. Next is Waterworld. You're excited for 2 seconds and then you're like,
Yeah.
What's
is
cool
that
about
is that the extended
yeah,
Waterworld?
so
Oh,
it's
okay.
got it's got everything. This is actually a pretty cool box set. So you open it up, it's a little hardcover there. You open it up and it's got the poster, which is actually reversible. Then you've got a booklet, a huge booklet, like 40 something pages, I think, something like that, maybe longer booklet. And
Cool.
then you've got the movie, and it's got, a little flipper thing here, with 3 discs.
Oh
Each
wow.
disc is a different movie. There is 3 cuts.
Three.
Disc
Okay.
one is the theatrical cut, 4K Ultra. HD Blu-ray. Disc 2 is the TV cut on Blu-ray, and
Hmm.
disc 3 is the Ulysses cut on Blu-ray. Um, doesn't say which. So the theatrical is a 135-minute runtime. The TV cut is a 176-minute runtime, and the Ulysses cut is 178-minute runtime.
Wow,
So
that's definitely worth it. So that's
yeah, if
I
you
think I
really
just
like the
have the
movie, I guess. I've never really seen it, but I
it's well, two things with it. One, that's during the Kevin Costner "I am Jesus Christ" phase, because it's Waterworld, The Postman, and Dances with Wolves, and those are all the kind of I'm Kevin Costner, Jesus Christ, and I'm going to save everything, and I have to impregnate women to save the world, and he had that massive ego during that time, and I worked at a United Artists in Pasadena, and we used to do a lot of screenings there, and I think it was a Wolfgang Peterson film, that one with Clint Eastwood where he's like supposed to protect the president. I'm blanking on what it's called, in something something something, but
oh, executive dis no, something
no,
like that. Something
in the Line of Fire,
in
I
the
think it's
line of
called.
fire. Yeah.
And Wolfgang Peterson was walking around the lobby, and I went up to him and I said, and I introduced myself and said hi, and he goes, "You guys are playing Waterworld, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "What did you think of it?" And I said, "Well, it's Road Warrior on water." And he goes, "Yeah, that's what I thought it would be." And then he just kind of walked away. So I guess he was offered it and turned it down and was glad that he did.
Maybe, you
Yeah.
know. Or maybe he just saw the previews and stuff and was like, that movie looks interesting. And then heard your thing and goes, yeah, never mind. I don't need to see it.
I think he was offered it. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think that's it.
Maybe. But who did direct it? Like Randall Emmett or something?
No, it's his buddy, the one that he always gets in fights with, and then they don't talk to each other for like 10 years, and then they make a movie and don't talk to
Kevin
each other for 10 years.
Reynolds.
Yeah. Who also did
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
yeah.
He did. Yeah. Then he never directed another Kevin Costner movie after Waterworld. Oh, I mean, you do
Yeah, they used to
Waterworld, you're
in
probably done uh with working on that. Whatever. Anyway, last but not least of this five is Basket Case
that's a good one.
on Arrow Blu-ray. So that's not a 4K. Wish it would get released on 4K. It probably will. You know what? Probably in a couple months it'll get released on 4K, and I'm like, fuck, just bought the
I
Blu-ray.
My story about that is, and I might have told you this, is Cliff Macmillan and myself, Cliff, who runs Scream Factory, decades ago, 30 years ago or whatever, we were at a Fangoria convention, and the lead actor from Basket Case was there signing autographs. And I got it, I asked him to sign an autograph. This is when autographs, like, you just buy the photo and they
Right.
sign it. It's like $5. And unlike today. And he signed it and everything. We said, "Hey, thanks, man. That's awesome." And then we left, and then he kept following us. So
Oh,
like we went to lunch, and then he was like right behind us, and then we go to someplace else. He'd be right. He'd be like, "Hey guys," and we're like, "Wait a minute, is he like kind of stalking us? Is he just
it just
does he
happens
just
to probably be in the same areas, but that's
exact same areas?" I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, we are kind of like, if he just wants to hang, just say, "Hey guys, do you want to hang?"
yeah.
It was kind of weird, but it was cool at the same time. So
I was gonna I'll tell Paul about this later, but there's a horror convention coming to Richmond, Virginia in October, and Richard Dreyfuss is gonna be there. Um
oh wow.
and his selfie is only like $60. And I was
Only.
no, but like if anyone deserves to have a high priced, selfie, it's fucking Richard Dreyfuss. So I was actually shocked that it was only $60. I thought it was going to be a bit higher than that, but what can you do? It's not you know, he's the only one from Jaws. Um no, he's the second. there's two. Lorraine Gary's still alive, but he's one of the only ones still alive from Jaws that, were of the main cast. So,
Yeah, but he wasn't in Jaws the Revenge. So,
and Lorraine Gary was. There you
yeah.
go. All right, your turn for your
Oh,
first
that's
five.
five. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are all Dollar Tree. So the first one is The Warlords.
Okay.
Jet Li is in it.
That's not the same Warlord that Paul showed me for Film Freaks. There's a movie called Warlord that he showed me. And it was like a old
There's
time,
also
like
like a David Carradine movie called Warlord or Warlords, something like that.
that might have been it.
So,
I don't know if David. I don't think David Carradine. I don't know.
but it does say that it's a triumph from start to finish. So
Nice.
there you go. The next one is, I think one of you showed this, but the D Train with Jack
Wasn't
Black
me.
and James Marsden. Or
Probably
maybe
Paul.
I don't, this seems not like a Paul thing. So maybe neither one of you did.
Maybe we didn't because I don't
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah. I mean, I got it for the actors, but then I don't really care about the actors either. So, but I did get it
Yeah,
for the
Paul.
actors.
Paul hates Jack Black for some reason.
He's hit and miss. Um, this one I got because of Rachel Zegler with all of her be nice to me videos. Why do people have to attack one another? Why can't you people just be nice to me? And now the lead actress of this is coming back going, ha ha, idiot, karma. And so I pulled, this is an older one, but I don't think I ever showed it. And that is Gina Carano in Scorched Earth.
Okay.
So Rachel Zegler tried to destroy her
Okay.
be- because of her views and because they're on different sides of the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
And now people are destroying Rachel Zegler because of all the freaking Snow White stuff. So I thought it would be appropriate to show one of her
I
movies.
I didn't even know the chick that's playing Snow White. Don't know who she is. Don't know. Don't know.
She's only made two movies and both are bombs, and she thinks she's God's gift to the planet. And I got one here, and it's interesting that the front of it says rental, but and I've never seen this, but man, did it bomb. And that's Ben Affleck in Live by Night.
I've heard about that. That was the movie that pretty much screwed his career of directing.
Yeah, it looks like he's produced it and directed it. Oh, he wrote it and directed it. He's also one of the producers, but yeah, man. But it's weird that it says rental right here.
Some of those are rentals, I guess.
Yeah, but they're
I didn't
Dollar
even
Tree.
know it was out for renting, like back when rental stores existed.
Yeah, that's why I found it weird that it said that on it. Unless it's meant for Redbox or something.
No, Redbox, they just give you that little red case.
Well, but maybe this is the picture.
Ah,
I don't know. Who cares?
dope.
Um,
Doesn't matter.
and then I got the good version of Scooby Doo because it has Scooby Doo in it, unlike somebody else's Scooby Doo that does not have Scooby Doo in it. And this is Scoob.
But in fairness, that other one that does not have Scooby Doo does not actually say Scooby Doo on it. So
No,
it's
but you
not,
but you don't do a Scooby Doo. It's Scooby Doo.
it's
That's like
spin-off
doing.
without it's a spin-off without the basically most of the main characters. Except I think
No,
was it
it's
Daphne
got
is in it,
all the main characters
except for
except for Scooby Doo.
yeah.
So you're going to take out the most popular character. So, but this does have Scooby Doo, Scoob. So
There you go.
there you go. So those are my five.
Oh, okay. Last five. I'll show Paul what I got later, so he'll be like, "Oh shit." Yeah, I think he knows a few of them anyway. Like this one, Cruisin' with Al Pacino. I had to get this
Cruising.
after I got this after William Friedkin's passing.
Yeah, they had that on Arrow for the DVD, and it's always been $5. And I thought, maybe I should buy that. Then I went to look, and now it's $10. So they upped it $5, like probably because of his death.
Maybe. But I also got this Arrow movie because it's got a person's name in it that we both know very well. You know even better.
An arrow? Okay.
Lover Lover's Lane, directed by
John Ward, directed by me, with just out the H in my name. So, and it has Anna Faris in it, who looks very hot in it.
it's got Anna Faris, whatever. I've heard different people say different things, but I think it's Anna Faris. And
It's like Stephen and Stefan. I mean, we know him as Stephen King, but his name isn't spelled like Stephen. It's actually spelled like
uh,
Stefan.
but yeah, I watched this and I gave a review of it, and it was okay. Like I liked it for a while up until like the twist, and then I was just like, yeah. Like the twist became too like it tried too hard for the twist, in my opinion, you know? I'm not gonna spoil what it is because I don't think a lot of people have seen Lover's Lane. So if you haven't seen Lover's Lane, watch it. But there's obviously a twist at the end, and I wasn't a big fan of that. I don't know. There's a
No,
lot of
I forget what the twist is. So
I'll have to talk to you later about it,
I
so
just remember liking it. I think I've watched it twice, but it was a long
Dustin
time ago.
Hubbard hated it. Like he just hates it.
It hasn't
So
gotten the best reviews.
yep. And next is Waiting for Guffman on
Such a
Warner
good movie.
Archive. That's another one I want Paul to see because Paul's got Paul's a big fan of that movie. Um Next, and we actually did it for Film Freaks when we were out in LA. The next is the Legend of Hell House, another
Another good
classic.
one. Yeah, Richard Matheson.
Scream Factory.
Yay, Scream
Is
Factory.
your buddy Cliff, I think, is enlisted on the back.
It should be. It should be like Blu-ray produced by. Yeah.
Yeah. Next is a movie you kind of talked about to me or whatever. Rappin'.
Well, it's if you follow what the trailer says, it's Rappin', the film that had to happen, rated PG.
All right.
And it's Mario Van Peebles, who I love. He's in my top five, and yeah, it's canon. I mean, what is there not to love? He's Rappin' Hood.
Oh God, that just sounds terrible. All right.
He is.
Anyway,
He's Rappin' Hood.
it sounds terrible, and I'll probably love it. It'll probably go on Indie Film Cafe at some point. Um, so the next are the movies, the DVDs, and I guess I guess we'll have how will we do this? Because I just did mine. Should I do the next 10 or should you do the first 10?
You could do the first 10, and then I'll
Okay.
go. Yeah, and then
Okay.
yeah, that's fine.
These are actually in alphabetical order because, I like to do that
That's
shit.
that's who you are.
That's just how I am.
Felt my nose, man. My allergies are killing me.
So I got a double Asylum double feature. So this is gonna be fun, which is 100 million BC and Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Julio.
What? Who's in it? What?
Oh
You
no, I'm
say?
just saying Coolio. Not
Oh,
no
I
the
thought you said Coolio was in it. I was like, wait, what?
no. I've seen the 1 million BC. I haven't seen the other one, but
All right, yeah. But yeah, they are definitely Asylum projects, and I'm excited to check it out. So next is Bikini Girls on the Lost Planet. That's a Fred Olen Ray
oh,
um thing, I think.
okay,
I think it is. See,
interesting. Never heard of it. Okay,
yeah. I found it. It was on the Walmart.com. So I picked it up there.
how much does something like that go for?
I think it was like $10, something like that, maybe
Sounds
less.
about right. Yeah.
Maybe about less. And that might have been even $10 with the shipping. And I know I don't pay for more than like that stuff for like I don't pay more than $10 for a shitty movie like that. Um this one has the price tag on it, so you can't see the title. That's oh well, whatever. Case 39,
Oh,
starring
okay.
Renee Zellweger and Bradley Cooper.
Oh, Bradley Cooper. Okay.
Um, Next is a movie called Control.
That is a good depressing movie. It's about the band Joy Division.
Yeah, it's got Samantha Morton, Sam Riley, and Alexandra Maria Lara.
Yeah, it's a
So,
good film.
yeah.
I mean, if you know about Joy Division, it's depressing.
Yeah, next is the Four Feathers. Wasn't this Heath Ledger? Yeah, Heath Ledger, Wes Bentley, and Kate Hudson. Um,
Know of it, but never saw it.
Next is Message in a Bottle.
Oh wow! I
Yeah, I found it's another Kevin Costner movie. Robin Wright Penn, John Savage, Alina Douglas, Robbie
one of the
Coltrane, and Paul Newman.
one of the worst writers in fiction history wrote that book.
Nicholas Sparks. Yeah.
And Nicholas Sparks is awful. My
Well,
story with that is I used to work in an indie store in Northern California, and Sean Penn lived up there, and that's when they were still married. And Robin Wright Penn, well, actually, Sean Penn used to come in. They always into the video store, and Robin Wright Penn would a lot of times come in with their daughter. So the only reason why I went to go see that movie in the theater, I would have
it's
never
because
seen
of
it.
her. Yeah.
Yeah. So then when she came in, I could go, "Oh my god, I saw Message in a Bottle. You were so good."
Kiss ass, man. I'd be like, I don't care what movie you made, Princess Bride will always be your best. Like, just, I can't ever see her as Princess Buttercup. Like, they need. I know William. Yeah. Why
Goldman,
am I? What?
Goldman.
No, no, no. William Goldman. Yes, Goldman. I used to Holden. I was like, wait, that's a different person. William Goldman, yeah, passed away, so it's really hard to do like a sequel or whatever in a way, like with the, regular people. But isn't Rob Reiner still around?
Yeah, but you just hire new writers,
Yeah, you just hire somebody else that can do Princess Bride Part 2 and just kind of
or just
continue.
don't do it.
I don't know. I love that movie so much. I wouldn't mind a sequel. Like I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind
because
seeing
Hocus
where
Pocus
everybody is.
2 was awesome, even though we got back the whole cast.
Yeah, but that movie, the first Hocus Pocus wasn't the greatest. It's just one of those movies that I still love to watch because it's a Halloween family friendly kind of movie, you know? I don't know. Yeah. So next is a movie starring Rupert Everett, Callista Flockhart, Kevin Kline, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Stanley Tucci. And that is William Shakespeare's A Midsummer's Night's Dream.
Oh, okay.
Next is a movie called Salvador.
Yeah, Oliver Stone, great movie.
I've never seen it actually. So I
It's the
know
film he made right after The Hand, starring Michael Caine, the star of Jaws: The Revenge.
nice. Then we've got a Leslie Nielsen movie, Spy Hard, which I just watched recently.
No,
No, I
I
didn't
don't
watch this one. I
know.
watched Wrongfully Accused.
I no, I don't.
You don't want to watch Spy Hard?
I think he's a great serious actor, and that which is why they got him for these roles to begin with.
Right,
And so anything really past like Naked Gun,
right.
no, because then that's all he did, and the movies weren't funny.
I
So
don't
I don't
know.
know. I might laugh at him these days, like, oh, Wrongfully Accused, we're spoofing
The Fugitive.
The Fugitive. Okay,
Spy
so
Hard
what?
were James Bond type stuff, I guess. Even though
Yeah,
it's weird, it does have like a Mission Impossible like, parody, you know, but it wasn't like it was okay, like it wasn't really that great and Wrongfully Accused. Oh, yeah, Paul thought it was five. So, um,
well, finish off your
and then the last one, eventually gonna get it on 4K if it ever comes to 4K. I don't think it is on 4K, and that's Titanic.
that is a good is that Blu-ray or what is
DVD.
I was gonna say it looks like a DVD. Why DVD instead of Blu-ray?
Because I didn't see it on Blu-ray.
Oh, it's
And I don't
available.
have it on here's Paul. Paul's on.
Okay, so you just finished yours, right?
You're finished my first 10. So do you want
Okay,
Paul to do his and then or do you
so
want to
that's
finish your 10?
now that Paul at least through the Blu-ray.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Paul.
Oh, nice of you to join us,
He
Sir
thought it was
Paul.
5. He thought it
Sorry,
was
last
5.
Sir,
I heard was it was going to be 4 or 5. I assumed 5.
Hmm.
well, you know what they say about assuming.
You should make sure because we were, but whatever, it's okay. It doesn't matter. You're here. We've already been going on. Paul, we've done my 10 Blu-rays or whatever, his 5, and then I've done my first set of 10 DVDs. So you can start your first 10 Blu-rays or whatever that you got. And then John will go with his first set of 10 DVDs. Then you'll be last for that.
All
And
right,
while
so
Paul is getting set up here, I'm just going to grab some water because my allergies are killing me.
Oh, look at John leaving and everything.
You know what? If Moody can do it, I can do it.
Well, then don't ever complain about me doing it again.
You know what? This is allergies. This isn't having to go to the bathroom where you should have done it before.
Man, my allergies are just as well. Your allergies are probably just as bad as my bathroom shit. So don't.
all right, so I got 11 Blu-rays. Does that matter?
11. That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
Show them
All right.
off.
All right. Trying to put them in some kind of order. So I guess we'll do the dollar store ones first for blue cheese because there's a pile of them that I hadn't gotten through. So that's how most of them are going to be. So first one is a movie. It's Absolution, a hitman story.
Oh, I think I have that.
It's
I
an
think I
SP
got that too.
releasing, so you know it's going to be a
You
certain.
got the Dollar Tree, right?
Yep. So SP releasing, we know what those guys are like, and yeah, I don't know Thomas Sinclair. I don't know who that is.
But your girl's not in it though.
No, trust me, I'd be all about that. Next one has Vinnie Jones, Malcolm McDowell, and Ron Perlman, of all
Oh.
people, in The Big Ugly.
Oh, yeah, I
yeah,
got that too.
Got that one. Yeah.
Do you have it on Blu-ray or do you have it on DVD, John? Did you have it on Blu-ray or DVD?
Oh, I want to say DVD because I think it has a slipcover.
Oh, okay.
And then this is one that you guys have brought up before, either on Blu-ray or DVD, but I got it on Blu-ray, and that's VFW.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that's good.
Next one is actually supposed to be a fairly decent one with Claire Foy, whom I really like, and it's Unsane.
Nice. Yep.
Yes.
That's
Is that a remake?
Was it Steve Soderbergh? Did he do
Yes,
that one?
Soderbergh.
And
Yeah.
yeah, where he did it, he did it all on his iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's certified fresh,
Certified fresh.
if that means anything.
It does to my dad.
I always have to state it that way. Because sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
My dad's always like, "Hey, let me see the Rotten Tomato score of this movie." And I'm like, "Oh God,
Right.
really?"
So the next one is quote unquote inspired by true events, and it is a film by Sean Stone, and it is called Greystone Park.
That is a part 3
Okay.
of like Grave Encounters, but they couldn't call it part 3, something
Do
like
you
that.
believe in ghosts?
Well, who are you gonna call?
And then this next one, oh God, this looks really bad. With Adrian Paul and Richard Grieco, and it is AE Apocalypse Earth.
Yes, that is
yes, that's the
the
Asylum.
Asylum. Yeah.
That is, interestingly enough, that's the movie that Thunder 11 directed instead of directing Sharknado. He told me
Oh,
this
wow.
on a podcast. He decided to direct that movie instead of directing Sharknado, even though he wrote Sharknado, he was offered both, which one he wanted to direct because he wrote both. And he said, I'll do the Apocalypse Earth one because it's more one I think I'd rather direct. And guess which one's the one that made the more money and the more attention? You know.
And then the next two are pretty well known. We got The Nun.
The Nun,
Yes.
yep, nice.
Nun 2 comes out next month.
Dracula Untold.
Yep.
Oh, yes. I just bought that.
Okay. Nice.
Hey, here's the thing. Paul, hold up your movie. And then Jonathan has
a nice slipcover one, but
no, that's The Nun.
None of that.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. Next one is a big season 1 of Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. I've heard of
TV
that.
show or movie?
TV show.
Okay.
It's like season 1 or something.
Good stuff. I have the movie too. I just don't have it in Blu-ray. The next one is one that I'm doing for Indie Film Cafe. I can't wait. It's a lot of fun and it's really, really, really good. And I got it from the Arrow sale, and it is A Ghost Waits.
Nice.
Don't know that one.
It's really good.
You got that on Blu-ray? Nice.
Yep. And then finally, after reaching out to our buddy Chris Seaver, I finally got the Anal Paprika Trilogy on Blu-ray.
Wow. You just can't live without that one.
Heck no.
Oh, no. But John doesn't have that one, and I do.
No, I don't. I'll probably watch that the same day I watch the Human Centipede movies.
No, it's not gross or something. Well, can't say that.
Bible's gross.
Oh,
Not
but
like
no,
that,
but it's not actually what.
Silly.
Yeah, it's silly.
I
that
own
it?
some
Was
of his
that your
movies.
11?
Yeah, that's my
Oh, well.
Blu-rays.
Alrighty, so John, it's your turn to do your first 10.
Well, I'm going to quickly show Paul what I showed for the Blu-ray
yeah.
very quickly. So, Paul, we'll go in reverse order. So we got Scoobed.
Okay.
We got the Big Bomb from Ben Affleck, which is Live by Night.
Oh yeah.
The Gino Carano movie. I put this up here for a particular reason. I already told Jonathan.
I have that on DVD.
Oh, okay. D-Train, did you show this? Jonathan said he didn't. I thought one of you guys did. Because I mean, I know you're a huge Jack Black fan. So I'm surprised you don't own like 2 or 3 copies of
I told him you
this
weren't
on
a big
4K.
Jack Black fan. We had this discussion on the
I
last
don't
show
hate
that
him.
we
I
did.
just don't have a lot of use for him.
And the Warlords.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Okay. So that's catch a Paul up on that.
I
And
was
then,
telling him it was different than the Warlord that you showed me. With,
Yeah, very different.
Who was in that? Kirk Douglas or
Charlton
something?
Heston.
Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, and I was telling Jonathan, I think there's one called Warlord with David Carradine. Might be a Corman like produced movie.
yeah. So the ones I'm going to show him real quick. I want to show him that he missed is Serpico on 4K.
Oh, very nice.
Basket Case.
Yay.
Yeah, because he showed me that one. Al Pacino and Cruising.
Okay.
Lover's Lane, which stars that's directed by a guy named John Ward.
Yay.
Oh, I forgot one more. 2 more. So 2 more. Waiting for Guffman.
Yay. Great movie.
And last but not least to show you is The Legend of the Hell House.
Oh yeah, great film.
So there's more, but a couple more, but that you had no interest in them as much as you had an interest in those. Those are the ones I wanted to. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to show these to Paul, and then you're a little late, and I was like, oh well.
Good stuff.
All right, so
But
now
we recapped. So now
we
we're up to speed.
recap. So now it's John's turn to.
All right, so these are all Dollar Tree, and I did go back through the old stack that's been sitting there for like 2 or 3 months, and move stuff in, move stuff out, rearranged it, blah blah blah. So a fair amount of these are actually new. So we have Ethan Hawke in 24 Hours to Live from the producers of John Wick.
Nice.
Okay.
And it's one of those ones that's got its Spanish title right down here. So
I think it's Spanish, then Was it like, put out in Mexico or something?
Well, its synopsis is in English and Spanish right here. So I think they
Oh.
mostly do that for, I think it's for Dollar Tree people.
Well, sometimes French, they do French, and that's the Canadian release. So I'm wondering if that's the Mexican release.
Mexican, Spanish. Don't get us canceled, dude.
I mean, I'm just saying they speak Spanish in Mexico.
Dude,
You said the S word and the M word.
what are you doing?
So I'm not allowed to say
Jeez.
Spanish, and I'm not allowed to say
No,
Mexican.
you're not.
Not allowed to say anything.
No, just and here's another one with John Cusack, Bruce Willis, and Jason Patrick.
Wow.
The Prince, or
I think I
La
have that.
Prince. Le Prince.
Where did you buy it?
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. Damn,
These
man.
these are brand new. These I just found.
So I got that on Blu-ray, but I bought it at like Walmart when it was out or something. I might have it. I might not. I don't know. I have a few of the Bruce Willis sadly post going down sadly his disease route.
I'm gonna eat a muffin.
You do.
Yeah, this is from the producers of Lone Survivor and Escape Game. Now here's a contract thing. So Cusack is first here, then Bruce Willis. On the back, Bruce Willis is first, then John Cusack. So that was a little negotiating. Here's a documentary, and I knew this guy's name. I'm like, what the fuck has this guy done? And it's Half Past Autumn: The Life and Works of Gordon Parks.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, how? I know this name. Well, how do? And it ends up being that, among many other things, he's the director of Shaft.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm like, oh, I'm definitely picking this up.
He's a complicated man.
Yeah, so I'm interested in this. And this is when I was doing my mixing up and stuff. So I figured if I had Gordon Parks up here, then we should have the sequel / remake of Shaft.
Nice.
With Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with that.
Well, I mean, I think you're going to be disappointed, period, with anything of like a remake of such a classic film.
Well, only because if you were going to remake it, Samuel L. Jackson's the man to do it. It just didn't quite pull it off for me.
Yeah, and it's... Why do I think this is like PG-13?
Lawrence Fishburne would be good too. I really like him. Like, I think he would have been a good Shaft, He's scary, you know what I mean? Like, he can play like that tough, I don't know. So, I don't know. But Samuel L. Jackson's scary too. Like, I wouldn't want to mess with him.
Yeah, they made a third, which has the original Shaft, and then him, and then a computer nerd who plays the third Shaft. So,
I gotta run real quick and get a drink.
Oh God, everybody's just leaving my show. And I'm not.
Except for Moody.
Except for me. Jesus Christ.
Did you eat this? Did you eat what I put on the ground? It's my fault. Boris will eat anything. He just ate a piece of plastic. Then he gets all stretchy and points his butthole at me. So
it's what they do.
Yeah. It's what they like. Yeah, it's their thing.
It's their thing.
Fortunately, my kitchen is mere steps away from my bathroom.
Your bathroom?
Well, that's good.
Sorry, my bedroom.
Eat, poop, eat, poop, eat, poop.
Well, yeah, it's also mere steps away from his bathroom. Actually, interestingly enough, it goes bedroom, bathroom, kitchen. So,
yep, perfecto.
All right, so now my next one is the only person I reckon. Well, no, that's not true. Okay, so this is Collide.
Collide,
and it has Nicholas, I think, but like Holt, Felicity Jones, Ben Kingsley, and Anthony Hopkins. I know
Nicholas Holt is. He was in the X-Men movies and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a Dollar Tree one, isn't it?
Yes.
No, I think I have it.
So it's got a lot of people in it. The next one is The House with Will Ferrell.
And yeah, it also has, I have that on Blu-ray, I believe. I did not get it from the Dollar Tree, I don't think, but
it's not bad. It's kind of funny. It has its moments.
It's cute. It's got moments where I'm just like, this is just this is just something you can put on if you're bored,
Yes.
and you just need something to Yeah, I know you don't like your Will Ferrell, but Jackie loves Will Ferrell, so we watched a lot of Will Ferrell stuff when I was living there.
I sent her a T-shirt with Frenchie mom on there.
Nice. I'm sure she appreciates that. Wait, you sent her one, like literally to her house?
Hmm.
Did you ask for her address?
Yep.
Okay, good.
This next one is, I want to say Mike hates it on Red Letter Media and Jay bugs him about it. I think that's correct. Like Mike hates this movie. I think it's Red Letter Media, but it's Jeff Who Lives at Home.
I've heard about that. I've never seen it.
I think I own it somewhere or something, or bought it once. I don't know. I need to watch it at some point because I like Jason Segel.
I didn't think that it was bad, but it's another one of these things where he's just a fuck up slacker who just lives off of his
Right.
parents.
Right.
And it's like, oh yay, he's the lovable, but it was okay. um then we got Ancestral World. Looks like another sword and sorcery
Yeah, I
type of
think I
thing.
have that.
And then you brought this guy up earlier. We have Richard Dreyfuss, an
Oh,
astronaut.
Oh yeah.
yes. So Paul, in October, there's a horror convention one weekend in Richmond and whatnot, and Richard Dreyfuss is going to be there.
Yay.
And his just a selfie from him is like $60, but like compared to what we've seen some selfies to cost, it's actually not that bad.
You
I
know,
mean,
if you're gonna pay that money, then I would say I want to do a little quick movie where we can drink to our legs.
that's not going to happen, but
Ah,
you would you probably get a kick out of that for a second and then be like, no, it's not happening.
Then
Was
my
that it?
last one.
Okay,
Nope,
last one.
one last. Is I picked this up when I was with John R. Walker, and he's like, "Why are you getting this? Why don't you just get like the complete series?" And I'm like, "Well, because it's not just like part one of a series and it goes from like episodes 1 to 10. This is Adam 12, 10 action-packed episodes, volume one.
oh, so
So
that's a TV show.
yeah, so it's like episode 15, 153, 52, 23, 83. So it's throughout the whole thing. So
Why
it's a
can't
whole
does
bunch
it
of different
it doesn't
episodes.
have like seasons of the show or something?
No, it's a whole bunch of random
I'm
episodes.
saying like they don't have seasons of the show. You can't
They
get
might,
those.
sure,
All
but
right.
I don't care to own the entire thing of Adam
You
12.
want to see them all, frankly.
Yeah, I just thought that it was cool that that there's one thing that you could get just a whole bunch of random episodes from a bunch of different seasons.
All right.
It's
So,
interesting because I have a DVD that is similar, but a completely different show. But you'll see soon enough.
Okay.
all right, so
Well,
that's
speaking of soon enough, it's your turn, Paul. 'Cause
Oh, it
John,
is.
yeah, John just did his
All
I already
right.
done my first 10.
In that case, let's just jump right into it. Um,
let's do it.
I got volume one of SCTV,
Nice.
which I
Yay!
absolutely adore. It's one of my absolute favorite comedies of all time.
How many episodes does it say on the back?
Um, let's see here. I think there's like
Excuse me.
like 24, something like that.
Oh, almost a season in itself.
Yeah. So pretty darn good. And it's got Count Floyd, whom I love. Oh, wasn't that scary, kids? No, it wasn't scary at all. It was terrible. It's so funny. Next we got a Noble Brothers production, The Shadow of Death.
Nice.
Trying to do this without the glare. Shadow of Death.
Don't know that one.
Next one is a movie with Brink Stevens.
Nice.
Oh, excuse me. And it is called Blood Reaper.
Blood
don't know that
Reaper.
one.
Don't know that one either.
Yeah.
And it's not a Dustin Ferguson movie, even though
Nope.
it's, you know.
Let
You
us
should
thank
recognize
Christ for that
this
one.
one, though. This is I in fact I was just talking. Who was I talking to? Maybe I was talking to Jolene about this, but since I got rid of Netflix, I couldn't see it. But then I found it on on DVD on YouTube or on eBay, and it is The Haunting of Bly Manor. So
Nice.
the full season. So I
Nice.
didn't know
Oh,
Netflix put some of this stuff out on DVD, but they do.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's the one that's the Innocence, right? Or whatever.
Sort of, yes.
Nice.
Next, we got one that we're definitely doing for Indie Film Cafe because I've heard how stinky it is, and unfortunately, the only version I could find was the used Cleveland Public Library version, but it is a movie called Burn.
No. Is that the
don't know
one
that
with
one.
what's his name? It wasn't Bradley Cooper, but
Shiloh
oh
Fernandez
yeah.
and Tilda Cottom, blah blah
Yeah, I
blah.
have that on Blu-ray. I got it at was it I believe I got it at Dollar Tree.
Okay. Next, we have a movie from the director of Boogeyman. It is Uli Lommel's Zombie Nation, also going to be on Indie Film Cafe for
It is so
reputation.
bad.
Yes,
It is
that's why I
so
got it.
boring. Oh my God. I got it because it was him. And it was, I think I rented it at like Hollywood Video or something, when they were still around. And it was like, oh my God, nothing happens. Like literally nothing happens.
Yep.
Thanks, Paul. I don't really want to watch a movie where nothing happens again.
It's a zombie
just-
invasion where nothing happens.
Yeah, it's just like walking around deserted buildings. I mean, it's just like, what the
So it's a
so
Dustin
bad.
Ferguson movie, just like, he learned from Uli Lamel. All right, great.
All right, so this is another Dollar Tree one that I picked up simply because of the leads, and they're all there. And Michael Pitt, Dan Stevens, and John Travolta in Criminal Activities.
Nice. I think I have that on DVD too.
This next one is a British director that I really like. He's done a bunch of stuff that everything I've seen from him is really good. And it's Ben Wheatley's In the Earth. So I don't know whether you know Ben Wheatley. He's a really good guy. So this might be a Forgotten Horror Classics one because people don't seem to know him very much, unfortunately.
Did you record yours today?
No, that got canceled.
What, just because I didn't show up or because
No, separately.
oh, so it would have been canceled already anyway, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
It happens. Okay, so the last two from my first group of 10, we also have a movie that looked like it was either going to be very silly or fun. Werewolf, Beast of Us.
Yeah, I've heard of that one. I think it's on Tubi.
It is actually a sequel to The Wolfman.
Nice.
Oh, wait, the
Yeah.
Wolfman's not a public domain thing, though. Can
No,
they
but
do that?
it is, if you look it up, it's actually meant to be a sequel.
And is
Okay.
it produced by Universal?
That I don't know. I just know that at one point I'd mentioned to somebody that movie, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, it's meant to be a sequel to the
Nice.
Wolfman."
Cool.
And then the last one in this group is another one that I specifically bought because of its reputation for being really stinky. And it's a movie with Sean Johnson, Kim Hogan, and David Everhart, and it's called Lift.
Nice.
It's not the one about the haunted elevator.
That's called The Lift.
Right. This is some wackadoodle, new age, philosophical nonsense UFO crap that's supposed to be incoherent.
No, don't come on.
So I can't wait.
All
wait to-
right. Are we doing that for Indie Film Cafe?
Oh yeah, it's on the list.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well,
Enjoy, Jonathan. Enjoy.
I know. Well, the beautiful thing is we've been doing a lot more Tubi or like Tubi/Zoom ones because we can't get anybody to come to the freaking studio these days.
Or we can't get Jonathan down there.
Well, where my car breaks down or whatever and shit. So
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
I don't wanna hear about
I got an extra Blu-ray. I got
Okay.
mixed up. I may as well show that to you real quick, but I forgot about this. And it is 2012 Supernova.
nice.
And for some
How
reason,
is that on Blu-ray?
yeah, and for some reason it's in black. I don't know if it's because it's an Echo Bridge release or what.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes some of them do release. I know Severin releases a lot of their movies in black, cases. It's kind of cool. So, the first one up on my next 10 is a film that John Ward absolutely loves. This is one of his favorite films of all time. You ready for this, Paul?
Oh, I'm hinting sarcasm.
Okay.
It's called Eight Heads in a Duffel Bag.
Oh God.
Wow, do I hate that movie? It is so horrible. It is so bad.
You had to do it on was it Reviews After Midnight, and I listened to that, and he was trashing the movie so
Nice.
bad.
We walked out. My buddies and I in LA. We went to like that screening where the film comes out like a year later, type of thing. And it wasn't 10 minutes into the movie where he's trying to get the heads onto the plane. And it's like we left, and people are like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why are you leaving?" It's like, dude, this sucks. This is not funny. He's obnoxious. And they kind of went like this, and we left. So yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. All right. So next movie that could be awful. I don't know because I don't know much about it, but it stars Marky Post, Corbin Burnson, and Kelsey Grammer. It's a weird cast right there of sitcom kind of people or whatever. But it's Appointment by Killer. Appointment for a Killing. Yeah, that's what it is. Appointment for a Killing.
Starring Elizabeth Marks Post is her actual name.
Well, she goes by Marky Post, but Don Swayze's in it as well, and so it's great when it's got the lesser Swayze in it.
It's not a lesser Swayze.
Yeah, kind of like when
like
when you
a
get the
lesser
lesser
Baldwin.
Joaquin Phoenix.
The lesser.
I
Baldwin.
love fucking Joaquin Phoenix. I don't care. AKA Leaf Phoenix.
I'm sorry, the lesser River Phoenix is what I meant to say. Yeah.
But I know, but you were talking about Joaquin Phoenix, and
yes.
where are you going, Paul? Like,
I was just reaching over because if you guys are like Joaquin Phoenix, best performance he ever gave, you've got to see this movie.
Which one?
You Were Never Really Here.
I've heard about
Fucking
that.
Great.
I've heard that's a good film. I just don't like him as an actor or a person. So
he's amazing in this film. Best thing he ever did.
Okay, so one of the most, I don't know, a movie I've never owned on Blu-ray or whatever, but picked it up on DVD is Chocolat.
That's a good
movie.
movie.
Chocolat, yeah.
Chocolat.
Saw that in the theater.
Me too.
Drill Bit Taylor, which I actually do have on Blu-ray. I got the Blu-ray after I'd already picked this up, and everything. This has been in my big pile for a long time, so.
Yeah. But that's not the unrated version, though.
No, I think this is the regular version. And it's a Blockbuster rental.
I was going to say, Chocolat was back when, before Johnny Depp sort of became a parody of himself.
Yep, for sure. All right, so now is a Gwyneth Paltrow, Aaron Eckhart movie, Possession. I don't think it's a horror film or anything.
I'd see it for Aaron Eckhart.
It's also got Jeremy Northam, Jennifer Ehle, E-H-L-E, I don't know that name. Lena Headey is in it.
As much as she's kind of an airhead and into a whole bunch of ridiculous woo, I still can't help it. I love that actress.
And it's directed by Neil LaBute. No, Neil LaBute. So I thought you were a fan of Neil LaBute.
Who worked with Aaron Eckhart in The Company of Men.
Yeah. So they did Possession as well.
I just love that Gwyneth Paltrow is the one that almost destroyed the world in Contagion. I thought that was hilarious. Of course she would. Of course Gwyneth Paltrow would be the one to destroy the world.
In The Player, if they had released The Player like maybe 3 years later, instead of Julia Roberts and everything, it probably would have been, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Well, except Gwyneth Paltrow is actually a pretty good actress. I don't know.
Yeah, she's got moments. I even like her in the MCU stuff, with Pepper Potts,
Stay down.
So, all right. So Muppets Take Manhattan, which I don't have I can't find on Blu-ray.
That's a good one.
Classic.
Yep. A movie, starring, who is starring? Anna Sophia Robb. Is that her name?
Oh, I've seen that. This Soul
Ellen
Surfer.
Hunt. It's called Soul Surfer. Can't read it because the fucking thing's blocking it. It's got Carrie Underwood and Dennis Quaid in it as well.
I
Yeah,
hate
Yeah.
she
when
gets
people
her
put
arm bitten
stickers
off
all
by a
over
shark.
shit.
Yeah, like it's 5-day rental from Blockbuster stuff.
So they got to shove the stickers all over everything. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Then they don't
Uh,
come off.
Man, I didn't even open this. This is still sealed and factory sealed or whatever, but is the Richard Linklater movie Tape, which I've talked about
Yep.
many times because it's one of the few movies where the people are in one location that I actually truly love, and it's almost shot in real time because it's shot like a play.
No,
So
Boris.
you know,
man,
it's a
there's still
really
room for you.
good
There's
flick.
not
But
a lot of people that can pull that off, but Richard Linklater can.
well, he can because he's really good at dialogue and he's really good at having people have just a normal conversation and it be interesting. Plus, it's Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, and Robert Sean Leonard. So
Uma Thurman's wonderful.
yeah, also married to Ethan Hawke. So I guess that's why they wanted them in the movie together. And I thought that was great. It's a great movie. It's based on a play, so it's very obviously.
He is
So.
one lucky so and so. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I don't think luck has things to do with it because the dude.
Wow. It's not like he's the best actor in the world. I'm sorry.
I think so. I think he's great, but
Pretty
I've been a fan of
dull, in
his
my
since I was a
opinion.
kid, watching him in Explorers. With River Phoenix, not Joaquin. Next is a
The
movie
better of the two.
What? The better of
The
the
better
two?
of the two.
The better river.
Toxin.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so I got that on. I'm pretty sure I got that from the Dollar Tree. I
I
have no
want that one.
idea.
Yeah, because that's where I got mine.
there you go. So I got your Batman Ninja Turtles. So if you find that one, save that one. If you find
If
an
I
extra,
find that
save it.
again, I'll send it to
Yeah.
you for sure. So the last and but not least, as I showed earlier, showed that I got Spy Hard with Leslie Nielsen, and then said I got wrongfully accused with Leslie Nielsen.
Just no.
It's all the parody
Yeah.
shit. I still want to get a High School High. I haven't gotten that in a while. I have to get that, and with John Lovitz, and I just like those parody.
No, John did not love it.
Did he not?
John did not love
you.
John
John being
Lovitz,
you.
John Lovett.
But
Yeah,
John being you? Is that
John did not love
Yeah,
it.
John did not love it.
okay? John, who did not love it's turn. Nice.
All right, so we're gonna start off with a movie that Paul loves, and I'm not being sarcastic about this.
Okay.
And I know that now I am being sarcastic. I know that he's waiting for the remake. But
Are we
that
talking
is
Spider Baby?
Spider Baby.
I knew it. That's a great, great movie. I love that movie.
Nobody's waiting for that remake.
So subversive.
Except maybe the cast.
I mean, and this one is I got it because it's the director's cut.
Nice.
And it's got a bunch of special features, including audio commentary. So it's got that clear box that I like. So yeah, I remember liking it. And then when I saw this was probably like a Zia Records type of thing, I picked it up.
I have a poster signed by what's his face before he died.
Sid Haig.
Sid Haig, yeah.
Yeah, we got to hang out with Sid Haig a few times at the horror conventions.
What a nice guy.
So yeah, he'll sit there and chat with everybody for a while. Like he won't just be like, thanks for whatever next,
And he appreciated. He said, not too many people talk to me about Spider Baby, and I said, it's my favorite film with you in it, and he really loves talking about it.
Yeah.
Well, this might be the version to definitely get because it says Dark Sky Films proudly presents the director's cut of Spider Baby, transferred and restored from high definition or in high definition from the original 35 negative under the personal supervision of Jack Hill and featuring previously lost footage. Rounded out with never before seen featurettes created exclusively for this home video release.
I have that DVD. I bought it because of that. And I have the regular one too.
I was gonna say Paul is drooling, but he's not.
No, I've got
it.
Already has it.
Now, this is one that Jonathan told me that Paul, you absolutely loved, and I think both of you hated this movie. Joe Lujan was actually offered this before this director, and he told me he took too long, and the next thing he knew, it was out. and that is Dinosaur Hotel.
Oh God, so bad.
I never actually saw it, I don't think.
Ridiculous.
I couldn't watch it, you know.
Ridiculous.
I
It, it's
the
an
people who
ITN.
ITN, so ITN who make those movies, Stuart Olson, who's an amazing distributor. Like I love like his packaging looks great, you know, but he tends to produce these terrible movies. One of my favorite things though, he just is releasing a movie called Snake Hotel. It's kind of
Ah,
like Dinosaur Hotel. So I said you missed an opportunity called Snakes in a Hotel. Snakes on a hotel, you know, and
well,
everything. Because
you
they
know,
have
I get it. If you're a production company and you're a distributor, content is king. It doesn't really matter what it is. Just keep throwing shit out there. Someone's gonna like it. Someone's gonna buy it.
maybe somebody
Well,
like
that's well,
there are people who love those bad movies like just because they just enjoy them and stuff. And but you know, you hate that movie though. You hate Dinosaur
I still
Hotel.
have it.
well,
All
and
right.
they're all basically done by like the same guy. I don't think it may
Yeah.
not be Jack Peter Mundy. I don't know if this is the same guy, but because this is shot in England.
No,
But
Scott Jeffries does a lot of the
Yeah.
producing of
so
those
maybe it's
movies.
Scott Jeffries who also did like Winnie the Pooh.
Yep,
He did
Blood and Honey. Yep.
like yeah, Jack in the Box, like one,
yep.
two, three.
Jack and
Um
Jill, you
Jack and
know.
Jill,
And the egg guy, what's his name? Uh
Oh yeah, Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty
Yeah.
Dumpty, yeah, Bloody
Ridiculous
Mary. I
stuff.
think they're
Um,
it's all like the same director, the same cast and
Mhm.
crew, and they just keep bringing them out. The thing that Joe was telling me about this is it was a guy, and he went to ITN, I guess, and said, I have this software of dinosaurs, like
Mhm.
2D dinosaurs. Can you make a movie out of it?
Yes.
So I give the guy credit because obviously there's just dinosaurs that move left. So
Uh-huh.
now we have to write in the script a dinosaur that only can move left.
I mean, honestly, if he showed up and said, I have, 5 cardboard cutouts of dinosaurs, can you make the movie with that? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
so um, Scott Jeffries also produced your favorite movie, Mandy, the Haunted Doll, which we
Dear,
reviewed and did not go very well. And
ridiculous.
I know that a lot of the people that work on those films and stuff, like Jeff Miller, and he didn't actually work on Dinosaur Hotel, but he worked on a bunch of those movies with Scott Jeffrey, and like awesome. Like go ahead, make it like go make your movie.
I'm jealous.
They're
I wish I
just
could make a happy movie.
oh, he makes no, he makes movies every month. You know, he has a new movie being made
But if
every.
that's your gig, if that's your thing, is that's how you pay your rent. That's how you that's what you do. And you don't want to be
Sure,
Steven Spielberg, and you don't want to
sure.
be all these people that you're not interested in an Academy Award. You're not interested in working in
Well, and you don't
Hollywood.
have the
And
budget to approach anything like that.
well, but you're never going to if
Right.
you make these type of films. So obviously this is his gig.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know,
Well,
Ed. You
to
know,
a
this is his
degree,
job.
because a lot of these producers, a lot of these money people, what they're really looking for isn't so much how good of a movie you do, but the fact that you can carry one out, that you can actually take it from the very beginning stages, go through the whole process, and actually put out a film. If you can continuously do that, whether they're good or bad, this is going to open doors for you, because there are plenty of people who never ever get it out the door, or never finish, who can't handle a budget, who can't get a project completed. That's what they want. They want people to complete
I
projects.
would
well,
agree with that. Yeah.
especially on a really low budget, like probably these movies are. You know, these movies are not on,
Well,
but
and you get
like
it done fast,
yeah, and they got to get it like
Right.
they only have
like a
five
2 week
thousand dollars to
schedule.
make a movie. So he goes and makes the movie for $5,000. Mark Polonia does that, you know, like oh, great, you know. But the problem is, like John was saying, is that those guys aren't gonna probably go and make, you know, a real good movie like a Hollywood type film because that's not what they're interested in. They're just interested in making these B movies and just getting them out and getting finished. That's all they want to do. So I
Steady
agree with
paycheck,
that.
man.
And look, steady paycheck maybe, but I don't want to like I personally wouldn't want to be trapped in that. Like I would want to make good movies. Paul doesn't
Oh yeah.
care. Paul wants to
Well,
make bad and
it's
good movies.
it's up to you. You don't have to be trapped in that. You can parlay that into something more. It's just
I,
you got to be able to show what you can do, and then say, hey, I know this stuff isn't up to par on Hollywood standards, but I had a budget, I had this, I got it all done, I got it complete. We had it done from the very beginning all the way through to the end, and we put it out and got it distributed. And that's a big plus because there are plenty of people out there who say they can make movies but never do.
all right.
Right.
All right.
Well, and with that being said, of course, since Dinosaur Hotel did so well, they had to make
No, no.
Dinosaur Hotel the next level,
I want to see it. I want to see if it's
which is actually better than the first film.
okay.
And it's got its slip jacket.
Nice.
Um,
I'm jealous.
you could, and this one's directed by Jack E. Bell, not
Okay.
the same guy. So,
Different
but yeah,
hotel.
it is better, but it's still bad. But it's better. And then the next one is Breathe. This is a Walmart
Oh,
one.
okay.
I once again ITN.
Is it a
So
shark movie?
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
There's a shark on the cover. It's a shark movie.
I can't really see it, but okay,
Ah,
there you go. There's that. Nah. He's gonna eat. He's gonna
they're
chomp
trapped in
chomp.
an underwater cavern.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of
Yeah,
like 47 meters down kind of thing where
uncaged. Yeah, like that one.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, uh, I said I would never own this movie in a billion years, but I did like the soundtrack, and I found the soundtrack, and I have listened to it a couple times. And then I was at Zia Records, and my dream came true, and I grabbed it before anybody else could. Damn it! And that is Shark Huntress.
talk about a ridiculous movie.
Yeah, we did that for Shark Attack Sunday, remember? Like I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah, but we were talking about this type of thing, and these are the same company of how they have their covers that look, and there's more than just two
Exactly
of
the
these.
same.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a few of these that where it's just the girl in front of a monster, and it's all that same company, Green Apple. So I'm very happy with Shark Huntress, and there's the girl who you cannot understand who needs subtitles.
See, we need to make a shark movie, and then we need to do a parody of that cover where you're seeing the shark in front of a giant girl.
There
Like a
you go.
little shark in front of a giant girl. Uh-oh.
And maybe it's a shark who's being attacked by fishermen. These girls in bikinis trying to kill him.
All right.
Okay. And then this is me supporting Las Vegas filmmakers. And so this is Space Wars: Quest for the Deep Star.
Yes, that is
Okay.
wasn't Joe Netter wrote that?
Michael Pare.
Yes.
I think Sarah French is in
Sure.
it too.
Ooh, we like Sarah
Yes.
French.
Oh, yeah, we love Sarah French. We're
Yeah,
huge.
there's
We're huge
is there
Sarah
anybody
French
else?
fans here.
Jed Roland is in it.
The
Sadie
amazing
Katz is
Bulk
in it.
himself.
So yeah, it's got an okay cast in
We
it.
had a discussion of the amazing bulk last night.
Who?
Jolynn and myself and a bunch of folks. So Jolynn's dying to see it now. We've talked about how bad it is.
It is pretty
Well,
bad.
then we'll have to show it to her sometime.
That's what she said. She said, "Tell Moody to stop Jones in the amazing bulk and show me."
Okay.
My next one here follows my 80s slasher movies that I'm getting, and this is from Code Red, and it's Sweet 16.
Sweet.
So we got that one. Bo Hopkins. Can't go wrong with Bo Hopkins.
Oh God.
Dana Kimball from Friday the 13th Part 3 is in it.
Nice.
Dawn Shroud. These are back in the day. Bo Hopkins. Yeah, I mean, these are back in the days when you just had these awesome, like, 70s actors in your, like, bad 80s movies.
And Bo Hopkins was one of those guys you could just, instead of giving him money, you could probably pay him in pork rinds and stale beer.
Yeah. This is one that Moody might like because it's from the Warner Brothers Archive collection, and that is Endangered Species. So UFOs.
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, I could not find it on Blu-ray.
Maybe
So I
it's
picked
not on Blu-ray from Warner.
Yeah, I don't see that one getting
yeah.
released on Blu-ray.
So and then two left. Got had to throw in a Stephen King. So sometimes they come back for more.
Or more.
More.
Part three takes place in the Antarctic. It's like The Thing, but with
I think the next
demons.
in that series ought to be, God damn it, they keep coming back.
For more.
Yeah.
Again for more.
And then the last one that I got is a double feature of Diplomatic Siege and Ground Control.
Nice. Who stars in those?
So we have Diplomatic Siege has Peter Weller, Daryl Hannah, and Tom
Yeah.
Berenger.
Love me some
Daryl
Daryl.
Hannah, man, she kind of like at times she fallen off the thing. She was in a shark movie called Shark Swarm that was for
Mhm.
man eaters, and it was just so bad.
I think her plastic surgery really hurt her. I think that she's
Oh, I love me some
very
Daryl Hannah.
attractive, but that plastic surgery I think really hurt her. And then Ground Control, and I'm not seeing any Major Tom here, but it does say no radar, no control, no contact. Has Kiefer Sutherland, Robert Sean Leonard,
Hmm?
Henry Winkler,
Oh
and
dear.
Kelly McGillis.
Wow.
From Top Gun.
Bunch of
I,
has-beens. I'm sorry.
I guess she wasn't doing Top Gun Maverick, so she had to do Ground Control because it looks like it's about a plane. So
That's how they get the cast, man. They get the cast of sort of people who've
I
been known for
mean,
something.
that's just it. You have your moment in the sun, and then you're doing a bunch of work-a-day kind of movies. Paying the
Bruce McGill
paycheck.
is in it. Bruce McGill.
Okay.
He was in Animal House. He was the biker in Animal House.
Yep.
He's been in like a billion movies. He always plays like
Yep.
senators and stuff like that. So Michael Gross,
Gotta pay the
Margaret.
condo fee.
Okay, so they only list these people here, but this doesn't say. So Kiefer Sutherland, Kelly McGillis, Christy Swanson,
Wow. Yeah.
Jesus.
Michael Gross, Margaret Cho, Charles
What?
Fleischer.
Is this all in one movie?
Yeah,
For which
Wow.
one?
the Ground Control.
Every single person is like a famous person.
Yeah, like again, they don't even put the famous people on there.
Ensemble.
Like Kiefer Sutherland's not on the top of the list there.
Ensemble C movie. That's funny.
But it said
Yeah.
they have Robert Sean Leonard, who
Hi, from
why
freaking
you're not
I just said Tape. He was in Tape. He was in School Ties. Or was that School Ties? No, it wasn't School Ties. It was Dead Poets Society with Ethan Hawke.
I'm sorry, he ain't no Christy Swanson. So,
No.
he ain't
Well,
no
I
Buffy.
mean,
He had his 15 minutes and then he kind of vanished.
yeah.
So, all right, that's all mine.
All right. So now Paul's left.
All right. I hate to say it, but I do have another group of 10, but that's fine. We can do some other day. But
What? Oh, you
my
have two
last
more
group,
tens?
well, 1.5, most likely. But that's all right. I can save them for another time. But for this group, this is a little bit more tasty. So, first one is a movie with John Rhys-Davies, Carrie Fox, and Amber Sainsbury, and it is called The Ferryman.
The Ferryman.
Don't know
Yeah,
that
and this
one.
comes with
That's,
special features too. So
it
should
sounds
be-
like
Is it-
some
Does it take
bad like
place
insult on
the
someone.
Misery?
Sorry, what?
Does it take place on the Misery?
No. I don't think so.
That's a
Um,
song.
Next, we have Lou Diamond Phillips. Oh dear, and it's a movie called Carney.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
that's
bought that. Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
have
on
that.
Maneaters.
There you go. Next is a movie that I had heard about but never found, and I finally found it. I've been looking for a long time, and it is the debut, I believe it's the debut of Joe Pesci, and it is a movie called Double Cross.
Oh,
Double Cross. I think
Yep.
I have that or something somewhere. That's cool.
Next, this one looked like it's bad because these are sort of remakes, Hollywood remakes of older, better movies. and it is a double feature with Val Kilmer in both of them. First one's Double Indemnity, and the second one is Streets of Blood.
Actually, it's not
Got that one, yeah.
Indemnity. It looks like Double Identity.
Oh, you're right. It's Double Identity.
Yeah.
Glad you caught that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's Double Indemnity. I don't think they do a remake of that right now.
They'll do a remake of anything.
Not necessarily. It'd have to be of some kind of interest, and I don't think it would be like only people who know that movie, you know.
I don't know.
Next,
it depends. They did a remake of Narrow Margin, which was a great movie.
yeah.
And nobody knew of it. And the remake was awful.
Is a sort of really, really good, really strange Russian film that I've been looking for a long time. Finally found it. Probably will go on Forgotten Horror Classics. And it's called The Power of Fear.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, it is a creepy ass movie. Creepy ass Russian film. They have some wackadoodle strange stuff out there. And then I got a bunch of stuff from Big Lots because I found a bunch of things that they had, including a few Tartan Extreme movies, including Silk, which is some kind of, I think it was Japanese, not sure. Then the next one is another Tartan Asian Extreme, and it is a Cinderella. Face carved off.
Has anybody ever made Cinderella with like an S, like Cinderella?
Probably.
Jerry Lewis made Cinderfella.
There you
Cinderfella, that's right.
Does that count?
No.
Oh. Then a movie directed by Ricky Schroeder.
What? Ricky Schroeder directed something?
You should know that, Jonathan. Is it Ricky Schroeder or Rick Schroeder?
Is it Rick Schroeder or Ricky?
Has he moved on from the Ricky?
Ricky with a Y.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's stuck with the Y. All right.
Wow.
And then the last two are special movies. This one, I had most of these separately digitally, but not in an actual DVD. And the collection is called Ed Wood's Dirty Movies.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And it's got Young Marrieds, Nymphocycler, and Shot on Location.
Sweet. Young Marrieds I keep hearing about, but
it's ridiculous.
Oh, you watched them already?
Well, two of them I have. Yeah, I've never seen or even heard of Shot on Location. So that's the other reason why I picked it up. But yeah, I've seen oh yeah, and Ed Wood shows up, of course.
Of course.
See, I want to do a sequel to Ed Wood and have Johnny Depp in it and make it the porn years, like the last few years of his life before he dies.
Yeah,
I bet Johnny Depp would do it.
Yeah, he would.
He's that age now too. I mean,
he would. He Ed Wood.
Yeah. And then last but not least is the movie that just got into my hot little hooves, and it is Carousel 3.
Yay.
Oh, okay.
Can't wait to watch that.
I know you can't.
The Legend of Duke continues.
We got to figure out where to put it. If we're going to put it in the Film Cafe or Patreon only or...
What the Fuck Friday?
You know, you watch it first. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but watch it first.
No, it's still in its wrapper.
Yeah, so watch it first. Let me know what you think, and we'll figure out where we want to put it. Is that it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I could do a whole lot more if you want, but yeah, that's my last group of 10.
Actually, save those other ones for when we come back, because we are going to come back. It's just going to be, I think we're just going to take a break until the end of the year or something, and
yeah, next year.
Yeah, next year, maybe like in January, we'll revive it. That's what I was thinking. What do you think, John?
Because I can't be buying tons and tons of movies all the time.
Well, yeah, just let me know, because like I said, I want to start putting some of this stuff on the shelves. I mean, it's all in boxes.
Exactly.
So if we're going to do it, then just maybe give like a month notice to say, hey, yeah, we're going to start back up next month. And then it's like, oh, okay, now I need to start collecting stuff again.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. So let's do a little bit of update of what's going on with Indie Film Cafe. We're about to start recording season 7 which is awesome. We're still in the midst of season 6, so we got a bunch of stuff
Still
still coming
catching
up.
up the website
We're still
too.
catching up on the website. I've got one more thing to do this, either tonight or tomorrow and
And
send to you,
not
and then
doing four of them a month is going to be a big help.
well, we're gonna go back to our 3. So one of the big things we're talking about, and we even mentioned in the our recap, which this is why I don't like to do the recap earlier, until the end of the year because we have no idea what's gonna end up happening because things change. But we're gonna be doing it 3 episodes a month instead of 4, and instead of 2, just because we wanna I mean, because we love this stuff, but
Got a pile of movies to get through.
we have so many movies that we want to show on Indie Film Cafe. A lot of them is going to be through Zoom too, because Tubi does seem to have a lot of the movies I want to show anyway. So might as well have all these amazing
And
people like John Ward out,
Joe
for our show.
Lynn wants
Yeah,
to do something fun at the studio with food. So I said, usually we used to have the wrap up in December, but we always try to squeeze in a party. So maybe we'll do some kind of a end of the year, Christmassy holiday kind of party thing.
we remember we tried to do like a Halloween party once, and just
Yeah, that's
nobody.
bad. Everybody's got plans usually.
Yeah, but everybody has
I'm
plans for
I'm sorry.
Christmas
I'm actually
too.
going to take off because my car's getting fixed and I just got a missed call. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right, you take care, dude. And
Yeah,
Unless
John.
are you going to bring up anything about
well,
paranormal
just I know
activity
we
or
got.
whatever?
Are you still doing reviews after midnight?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
I mean,
It's
because if you want to take a break after this, like I think this next one's number 20. So if you want to take a break for a little bit, 20 is a good one to end
Yeah, why
on.
don't you take a break for a bit?
Yeah.
yeah. I did just watch the remake of Rabid, and so I thought of doing that one
Okay. And
because
that'll be
I'm
your
such a
like season finale,
okay.
episode.
So I'll do one more and take a break, and then we do have coming up the Paranormal Activity series, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that for horror film lovers, so for
For
sure.
film lovers, yeah.
But we're
So
only gonna
okay,
be doing 2 a month, I think, because we're just
that's
too
fine.
busy.
Yeah, yeah. I
We're
got
too
stuff to do.
busy, like with a million things. So
Yeah.
I always appreciate John coming on and doing all this stuff with us, but
Yep, 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 yep.
we all are always busy. But
But a
Paul's
little
busy
bit of
at
John goes a long way.
But thank you, John. We really
Sure.
appreciate that.
Even though he's a simp for The Graduate.
Love The Graduate,
Which
and
will be
I
out on Criterion Watch next
There you
month.
go. There you
So
go.
there
can't
you go.
believe you don't. Oh my god, that just I don't know,
It's
Paul.
already up and ready. Like it's gonna be out there. So I guess I can talk about those. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go, John, so you can get to your
All
car.
righty.
You gotta go
Yeah.
stand by your car, right?
Yeah.
No, I got if it's done, I got to go down and pick it up.
That's
So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, John.
yeah.
Thanks.
All right,
All
have
right,
a good
thanks.
one, dude.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
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 Um, so Paul, we've got a few things. So we got was it we got Back in Action on Criterion Watch and on Film Freaks. I think this month we're gonna have a What the Fuck Friday, a Docs That Rock, if we can, and a Forgotten Horror Classic that you're planning to do, right?
Yes, and we got a nice shot of my unmade bed.
Oh, now it's all like focused on you.
My
Now you
doors
can see more of your
open.
shit.
Yeah.
Wait, was it like you couldn't see it before? I don't know. Could they?
Couldn't notice it before, but
You didn't
me, I'm
notice it
always
before. Now
noticing
you're
things
very
in the
noticeable.
background. Yeah.
This is why like I cropped it to the side. I don't want to see like my bed's made, but I made sure to do that before the show. Anywho, you can crop it over, yeah. Just crop it more to the side where, there. Anyway,
There we go.
it doesn't matter. You've already seen it. It's over. But so we got Film Freaks. September's gonna be busy with stuff content, which will be good. Hopefully we'll have one last Hollywood Knockbusters episode of the season. I'm trying to get the 2 people that are going to be on that episode to get the schedule right, and stuff. It's a pain in the butt sometimes, especially when you have 2 people. If you have only one person, it's easier, to schedule. But if you have 2, it's harder because you have to do both their schedules.
Sounded like you had a number of different folks who want to get on the show that we haven't had before.
Yep. So that'll be the cool things. Like I said, this year this month of September, we are doing a lot more. We're doing the next Indie Film Cafe season, and we are gonna have some people, some new fresh faces. So
And it's
uh
great. Joe was talking to folks last night about Die Hard Dracula, and she really enjoyed that silly movie. And she was trying to tell people about it, and they were like, "What?"
yeah, so you had a fun time there, huh?
It's
So I saw
funny.
you
Yeah, it was cute. We did Cards Against Humanity and had snacks.
wow. I'm surprised. Yeah, so that's cool. That's cool you're able to do that and introduce Indie Film Cafe to people who've probably never heard of it.
Yep, yep,
Um,
yep.
that's always the fun part is when you tell people, I have a podcast, and people are like, what, really? Um, but yeah, we've got that going. Let's see, what else do we got? Because you only got that. You have not started Sexploitation Sleazecast once again yet, right? Are you
No,
planning to bring it back this year or no?
I've been saving it for when we can get Rebecca Reinhardt because she wants to be on it. It's just she's always busy. So
Well,
I don't
the
know.
times that I have with her are times that don't work out for you because
Right.
it's like 5 p.m. is when I do it with her, 4 or 5. And you're at work, so doing
Yeah,
that
that's
during the week.
problematic.
So you'd have to get her on, maybe see if she would do a weekend or something like a Saturday that you're not busy,
Mhm.
there. So I mean, something like that she might, if she's not shooting something or whatever with her kids.
I mean,
I
and
don't know.
then a while ago, Kate had expressed interest in it too, but then she's kind of fallen off the radar. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe remember Ashley was interested. Ophelia Rain was interested at one point, and she would be great because you'd actually get a real porn star on your show. Porn actress talking about porn. Crappy porn. She was very confused. She was like, "What? What do you do? What do you
Well,
try to?"
porn-ish. It's
Yeah,
not all porn.
it's not all porn. Yeah. Um, bat pussy.
Porn failure.
Yeah,
You haven't seen it
wannabe.
yet, have you?
No, but
It's it's
Rebecca talks about that, and
oh, it is the worst movie,
and I
period.
think yeah, Kate
Period.
had talked about it too because that's where you had just talked to her about being on the show.
It is
So,
gloriously bad. Yeah, it's the worst movie ever.
well, I mean, you just need to be able to send it to the people and maybe just look out for somebody. If talk to Rebecca, she can't make it this season for like whatever. See if she doesn't mind you just looking around for whoever.
Or if we just do it in chunks, a little here, a little there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I want to
So
get through Forgotten Hard Classics first, and then once that's done, then I can
okay, you're doing one
four more
podcast at a
episodes of that.
time. Well, actually, you're not
Yeah,
because you're still doing Docs that Rock, and you're still doing blue.
yeah,
We're
is
gonna
that
try to
too?
do a blue cheese eventually. Jolynn might like the blue cheese because she gets to eat food and talk about
Yep, yep,
cheesy
yep, yep,
movies. So we gotta get
yep.
her
She
on one
loves
of those.
cheese.
What?
She loves cheese.
Yeah, and you need to bring Jen back for one of those because she loved Killer Clowns from Outer Space, doing that with you and her boyfriend, I believe. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, so what else? I don't know. So like, I'm still doing a lot of stuff with Blu-ray Hunter and Horror Film Lovers. So those are just two separate channels. Both of which got 100 subscribers recently. So good.
Good.
It needs to get up to, this would be great to get up to 400 soon. We're at 396 right now. So we have
Hey,
four more people. So if you're listening and you haven't subscribed, you're listening, you've been this far, then you're obviously a fan because nobody just listens to this all the way through like this, unless they're
except
skipping
us.
around. What?
Except us.
Except us. Yeah, actually I do watch the shows from time to time to see what we talked about and stuff.
Sure.
Um so yeah, let's see what else is going on. Really, it's gonna be an interesting fall because, or and whatnot. I mean, we're gonna be wrapping up 80s horror. Well, not wrapping up. The 80s horror films is gonna be continuing. We're only gonna be at episode 3 next month.
They didn't
Uh,
make any horror movies in the 80s.
Oh man, it's
One or
weird because
two.
I do 80s horror and then I do 90s horror, and they're sort of sometimes I get them confused. I'll be like, which one came which, you know? Like this 80s I would think is a 90s, and then the 90s I think would be an 80s.
Sounds like if I had the time, I should do a 70s and a 60s horror.
You would be
I got
perfect for
plenty of that.
those
Yeah, I got
one
plenty of that.
day because I don't, those aren't my cup of tea. But 80s, 90s, and up. Remember, that's how we work as Indie Film Cafe. Generally speaking, you do a lot more of the classic stuff, you know, more 70, you know,
I'm oldie
70s and
oldies.
70s and younger sometimes. Sometimes you do something like Blood Marsh Raccoon or oops, I just said one of the ones that were hasn't even come out yet. You got a yeah, you just got a taste of what's to come for Indie Film Cafe. If you listen this far,
It's a
you know.
taste, all right. It
Yeah, so there's
was fun.
a lot of cool stuff happening. So I'm really like this year in
And
particular has been a crazy season.
hopefully we can get some more folks on the Spotlight show. That's what I really look forward
Now
to.
we got one spotlight coming out already. So we're recording that on Tuesday. So we got one spotlight coming out this I think it's the first Friday, so it'll be September 1st. And I definitely want to get more people,
Keep
but
working on that other person because she would be perfect.
well, the funny thing is I think we only did like 3 episodes in the last season, so I'm just gonna keep it that season. So this will be like episode 4 or something,
That's
you
fine.
know, or whatever, because we didn't I don't think 3 episodes is a full season yet, you know. So, and we've been actually doing that. We're going to be doing that for Film Freaks, taking a little break for a little bit and then coming back and finishing up the season because I wanted to catch up to Criterion Watch, which is the a season behind, you know, and everything. And I want them to be caught up together because in a way, they're almost very similar. They're almost the same podcast, you know. And I'm going to tell you, Paul, there is a idea that Alfred came up with that I think would be an interesting podcast, but he wants to do. So I wanted him to do it for the network if he's able to. So I'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah,
Um,
sounds good.
so aside from that, though, I guess that's it. Like what we got 80s, almost the 70s, 80s horror films, 90s horror films, horror film lovers. It's still going. Um, Hollywood Knockbusters, Hollywood Boulevard podcast, Forgotten Horror Classics. That'll be out like, and not necessarily every month, but whenever Paul can get to it, pretty much. With all the stuff he's doing. And then.
Especially since my busy time is around the corner.
And then we'll start getting back to what the F Friday, the what's the other one? Docs at Rock.
Oh, and I did find somebody who, if you still want us to work on that new logo for Criterion Watch, I got somebody who can do that for us.
Awesome. That'd be great. And then I guess that's pretty much it, right? Like, is there anything else like that you can think of? Because I think I
Nope.
listed every podcast and video. Oh, well, I am bringing back man eaters, but it won't be necessarily this month. Um, it might be October and it might be next year, you know. Probably more closer to next year because, you know, I've got so much stuff, but I do want to finish that off. I haven't finished, you know, and I think once again it's going to be like the same season it was already at because just there wasn't I got like started with 3 episodes and then just people stopped. Like I would call people to have on the show, and then they would not show up, or they would tell me they can't make it, you know, last minute. And I'm just like, I'm so done with this shit, you know. But maybe it's because the man eaters I have right now are pretty bad. Like these are going to be the worst. Like we saved the best for first, you know, when we should have, you know, kind of mixed it up, you know. So oh well, you know, it is what it is. So these are sort of the worst man eaters, but you showed a couple today,
Mhm.
like the hellhounds and I don't I don't think I've done Hellhounds yet. So that's one of them. And Carney I haven't done yet. So
Okay, well there
I
you
know,
go.
well, I could probably get you on one of them for those because you
Hmm.
actually liked doing the Maneater show,
Sure.
talking about these crappy movies.
As long as I don't have to be there every week, sure.
I know, yeah, yeah, just special guest for a couple of them.
Hellhounds looks like it's fun.
Yeah, I've heard it's terrible. I've heard it's one of
Even
the
better.
worst. You know, so
Even
Paul loves that. It can't be any worse than the one that was like set in the Wild West with James Marsters Spike,
Oh yeah,
where
yeah.
it was like worms or something or whatever. It was like some
I don't even.
creatures in the
I
sand. It
barely
was kind of like
remember.
Tremors ripoff,
Yeah,
you know.
ridiculous.
Yeah, the sand serpents, I think that's what it was called. It was awful, you know. But anyway, that's about it. We have done a long ass show, so thank you. We appreciate everything. All you guys out there checking this out. Let us know what you guys want to see from us. If you guys want to see a 70s and 60s horror films and have Paul do it eventually when he's done with at least with Forgotten Horror Classics or something, you know, um,
Okay.
let us know. And we will talk to you later. Till then, bye.